the franchise as the New York Yankees with the regular rosters as promised from my other video. We're gonna go right into the regular season because, as you know, I've been playing fantasy roster with the Reds, which I added legends in. This time it's the real life roster. I'm gonna play opening day. Quick counts on. Tractable roof open. I'd rather have Hicks. Bat there. Judge second. Go ahead, Bird. Let's do this. Luis Severino versus Marcus Stroman. Decided to do two franchises at the same time for my channel. But let's get some content out there. Gonna shut the commentary for a little bit.
Afternoon baseball on MLB Network, and a great look there at Rogers Center in Toronto. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Toronto Blue Jays.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
At the plate, Aaron Hicks. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Just love the sights and sounds of the
1-1 home.
show.
Fouled off.
Amazing.
Well, the sun is out, but it is icy out here today. 43 degrees at first pitch. The 1-2. Fouled away. Pulled toward right center field. Grichuk is after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Here's big Aaron Judge. Head-to-head history with Marcus Stroman. He's batting .500, 6 for 12. And of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. The 1-1 home. Fly ball out toward left center field. Waiting on it is Hernandez. And he makes the catch for the second out. In now is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball. Stroman, also known as Stro Show at times. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates: the time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nothing doing here in the. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Vero, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be, let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark. The sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day. Those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Got to find a way to scratch a few across early.
Luis Severino is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Thanks, Matty. Luis Severino, big arm. 97 to 100 miles an hour. Bounce between the rotation and the bullpen. Good hard slider. His changeup's getting better. The true definition of an ace.
Digging in, Devin Travis. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. High in the air down the right field line. Judge is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. Ready now to Oscar Hernandez as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Next to bat for Toronto, Josh Donaldson, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Popped him up. Drury is there, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A solo shot that time for Greg Bird. First home run of the campaign for him as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ show track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
In now, Didi Gregorius. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Calling for it, Pierce. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
They didn't expect Bird to be the first home run.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Brendan Drury. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Here's Brett Gardner now. Head-to-head history with Marcus Stroman. He has 9 base hits and 34 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. High in the air out to center field. Tulowitzki has a play, and that's the 3rd out. The Yankees are
Doing
off.
these 2 franchise seasons. Gonna add some
Here's
pretty good
Justin Smoke
content
now.
for you on the channel.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Justin Smoke becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Hit out towards second. Torreyes fields it cleanly. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. Here's Steve Pearce now. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. The 1-2. Popped him up. Bird in foul ground. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Got another good inning going on.
Blue Jays. Back now on MLB Network as we welcome you back to Toronto and Rogers Center. Next for New York, Ronald Torreyes, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Pearce giving chase. Makes the play, 1 away. Ready for another chance. Aaron Hicks 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Aaron Judge flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Lifted in the air out to center field. Grichuk is in pursuit. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
2 good at bats.
3 go the Bombers, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Here's Randall Grichuk, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Into the stands.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. The 3-1. And ball 4. So down to first goes Tulowitzki. Russell Martin now. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's 1 for 5. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit. Digging in to try it again, Devin Travis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Popped him up.
Pop up.
And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. Stepping in for the Jays, Teoscar Hernandez. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. The 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
He's not going to be happy with the execution of that pitch at all. I wouldn't be shocked if it's time for the catcher to go out and talk to him.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network.
See how long this no-hitter can last.
A ball and 2 strikes. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Stanton is working with a slugging percentage over .550, so there's no denying he's one of the premier power bats in the league. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Greg Bird.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Greg Bird. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. 1 and 2 as the changeup had him out in front
a
there.
little bit better discipline on that one.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Riding in once again, Gary Sanchez.
2 outs.
He singled his last time up. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one.
It's out of
And
here.
this ball is gone.
Gone.
No chance to make a play on that one.
Yeah, and as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
Into the box now, Didi Gregorius. Another payoff pitch. High in the air out to center field.
And that's
Hernandez is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Yankees do get. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Soft liner to the right side, but no problem at first, and that's the first out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Justin Smoke. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Coming forward now, the Toronto designated hitter, Yangervis Solarte. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He got him.
Struck him out.
Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Striding in, Brendan Drury looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Line drive to center field.
Oh, base hit.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. Here's Brett Gardner now. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
That's punt right now.
Runners on the move for second. Sacrifice attempt here. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful. Ronald Torreyes the next to bat. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-1 home. And now off the glove as Martin can't hang on. And the recovery's not going to be in time at third, and that should be ruled a wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
And a step on first himself for the out.
Damn.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Aaron Hicks. He was a ground out victim last time up. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Travis gonna have to hurry. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side. Standing in, Steve Pearce. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Full count still. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Blue Jays go down in order. Here's big Aaron Judd. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. This is line to left. Pierce is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Now batting. Designated hitter.
Riding in once again, Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. No offer from Stanton. It's ball 4, so he'll head down to first. Greg Bird will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. As we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Jammed him.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Gary Sanchez. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will
got out of the inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Russell Martin reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
All even at 2-2. 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready once again, Teoscar Hernandez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. Ready for another chance, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Line drive to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Brandon Drury will bat next. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
Standing in now, Brett Gardner. Now a bunt attempt here, and now he'll lunge forward to grab this ball in the air. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not. Here's Justin Smoke now.
There we go.
Now the 1-1
7th inning.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. Digging in once again, Yangervis Solarte. He'll swing it from the left side right here. The 1-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. This is flared out towards second. And this is taken for the out.
2 quick outs.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's Steve Pearce now. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point. 2-2.
Whoa. Wild pitch.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Popped him up. Bird over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is
7
over.
innings, no hits.
Digging in, Ronald Torreyes. He was a ground out victim last time up.
It's a great video so far.
Grounded back up the middle. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, center fielder.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Aaron Hicks. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off.
Good pitch.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Travis gloves it over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away. So coming to the plate, Aaron Judge. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 3-1 swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Hit sharply on the ground. Travis fields it cleanly. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Here's Randall Grichuk. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this would be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Way in front of that fastball.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
Now batting, left shortstop.
The 1-1.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Chopped weakly to the left. Drury gloves it. On the first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here. 2 away.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
Russell Martin now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
3 more outs to go.
Al Albuquerque enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Now the 2-1 pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Pierce should have room. And he brings it in on the warning track. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. 0-2, here it is. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together.
Here we go. 3 outs.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Devin Travis. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. And that is the start they were looking for. Down by 2 as that misses for ball 4. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Got him swinging on the fastball there. Teoscar Hernandez is retired on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
3-2 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks on the move. He makes the running play. 2 down. Here's Justin Smoke now. He is the last man to stand in the way of possible history here this afternoon.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot.
Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied.
Wow. Wow.
That ball was absolutely blasted. 113 miles an hour off the bat, according to Show Track. As you see the distance there, that's one that'll get people talking.
Comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Tommy Kingley takes the ball, needing to get the final out of the ninth to send this one to extra innings. 2 out, nobody on.
I'm speechless. But we had that hitter in the bag.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner is there. And no problem with that one, as we are headed for extra innings.
As they say,
ready for another shot now. Didi Gregorius. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Didi Gregorius.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. Martin gathers. And he makes the throw to first. Gregorius is retired, and there's one away.
Up next for the Yankees,
Brandon Drury will bat next. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. Nice recovery play to get the second out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue.
Ready and waiting. Chad Green to warm it up.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Weak grounder back to the mound.
Right back to the
throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Stepping in for the Jays, Steve Pearce. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Hit back up the middle. And this is going to get through into center, so there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here, this is where you play a little bit of manager. It's an AL game. Let's see if
a drive to left.
And
get out of here, get out of here. Gone.
That's out of here, and we just lost the damn game. A walk-off. Next.
So a 2-run homer down the line in left. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get into extra innings, you're always looking for that one guy to step up and be that hero. And this guy was the hero tonight. What does he do? Steps up with a walk-off home run to end this thing in extras.
And guys, time to recognize the man who really stood out this afternoon, and there he is, Justin Smoke. Strike opposed. He's our top player of the game.
Well, that's the end of our video. Just wanted to put out one game of my Yankees franchise. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And remember to comment, subscribe, like, And that's it. This is Newfound Power signing off.